Hello. My name is Cade Ford, and I am the owner and lead growth operator at Capital Growth Club, where we specifically help real estate agents build successful lead conversion machines. That's ads to CRM to follow up and ultimately conversion. We pride ourselves on our real estate business in the box tool, and in this video, we're going to dive into the first part of the lead capture portion of the real estate business in a box. And for those of you who are new here and don't know me, the real estate business in a box tool is essentially a fully done for you real estate business in a box service that's going to come with a full lead gen team, a full nurture team, and a full automation specialist. We give you the tools that these $1 billion brokerages use and justify taking away 50% of your commissions for their own efforts, right? Like you sign up for the brokerage, they give you the CRM, the automation, the access to ads without having to do ads, and then, or they don't give you access to any of that. They just give you leads, and because they give you leads, they take 50, up to 50%. I mean, that's the highest I've ever heard, maybe 60, I think, before. But anyway, what we basically are against is we are against big brokerages unless we are building your big brokerage. Yeah, that's the name of the game here. So in this video, we're going to break down the ads you see on screen right now and the campaigns that allow us to get new leads. Now, this is the start of a completely new campaign. So there's absolutely zero results right now, but by the end of this video, you're going to see exactly how launching today and come back in a few days, maybe by the end of the week, how many leads we've got and what those look like in the system. So without further ado, we're going to jump straight into it. So one of the most successful ads you can run in your area is just going to be some type of like new construction ad, right? And so in this particular one, there's a ton of like low $500,000 new construction homes in the 30A Florida area. And so I just made these two simple graphics here inside of Figma. This is one of our clients that we've run, seller campaigns. We've run some like guide campaigns. And then this one is going to be the first new construction home starting low 500s. So for this individual client, we've not run this ad in the 30A like area before. So I'm interested to see ultimately just how it goes. And that's what you have to understand when you're doing Facebook ads is that, you take a good idea and you just, execute at the first go, best of your ability. And ultimately, you let the data be the decision maker of what to do, right? Like I'm very unbiased, right? So I don't believe there's a bad campaign, just bad data for now, because bad data can turn into good data if you know what you're doing. Anyway, this is inside Figma, and we're really just doing a simple A/B test on the copy here. And what that means is we have two of the exact same ads, and we want it to be the exact same ad because we want Facebook to determine which copy, which means, these words here, perform the best. And what I mean by that is if you see on this one and you think it's like super minimal, doesn't matter, but I promise it matters more than you think, at least in my experience. We're leading with 30A Florida new construction homes. So we're basically calling out the area first and then new construction homes. The next one is we're calling out new construction homes 30A Florida. So it's basically just calling out the area compared to just new construction. And the ultimate test here, because everyone's like, oh, like, what are you testing? So it's going to come down to a couple metrics, and I'm going to jump into Ads Manager here and show you a few of the campaigns we're running right now and those metrics. But ultimately, what we're looking at is our unique outbound CTR, or ultimately just which one gets a lead first. And so these are the ads we're running, and I've got them loaded into Ads Manager now. So I'm going to pull this over and shrink this down. And I'm going to go over the campaign to show you some of those metrics. So these are the local, this is our local engagement one. Hold up. Let's go with the investor guide here. So this is looking at results today. We've already captured one lead, captured two for the families guide, but we're going to go to just last 30 days. And so you can see last 30 days, we've captured 92 investor guide downloads and 96 family guides downloads. at a cost per lead of $5.38. And these are all, essentially buyer leads. I mean, that's what they are, right? And so something that we do different here, and I think is actually just going to be the standard across the industry very, very soon, is we, for every lead that we ever capture, we have to add in one-time phone verification, like authorization. So that's like they can't submit their lead request until they verify their phone number on the form that we're asking them for, and even on the IDX site, we custom coded our way into when they register on the site that they have to verify their phone number as well. So only real leads, and we're going to open up both of these campaigns actually just to see the ultimate results. So the targeting here is just all United States 30A. So we're going to open up both of these, and we're going to actually show you some of those ads that are producing pretty good leads. So as you can see, our frequency is 1. This basically just means how many times the same person has seen your ad. The amount spent on these ones is pretty low because Facebook, with its own machine learning and algorithm, has determined that this family ad 1 is better. So let's just filter by results here. And so family ad 1, investor ad 3, those are like 98% of what's pumping. And we've been running these campaigns now for, I want to say, like almost 5 months, and I have not touched this creative here. Just because I really only touch the creative if I see that this frequency is getting to like 4 or 5, or our cost per lead here is just skyrocketing, to like $20, $30, $40. And if you're, buying Zillow leads or Realtor.com leads, you're like, hell, I'll even take a $20, $30, $40, $50 home buyer lead, right, with a verified phone number. And so that's just, these are our benchmarks. And if that's our benchmark, then ultimately if it starts to raise, I'll start adjusting campaigns and differences here. And you can see in the last 30 days, we only spent 45, 442 for these campaigns. And then the metric that, so if the results column here for website leads, like if it was looking like these down here, now these are still on, but they're not really capturing any spend. So really just leave them on because there's no study behind this, but I've been doing this long enough to have like a sixth sense for it, that if I start turning these off, this is going to go up, because what Facebook does is it knows that it takes multiple times for their people to see an ad before they take action. So I truly believe that it shows them, that it will show like some people these ads, and then they'll show the final converting ad here. Now that's just like a sixth sense thing. It's probably maybe not true or intuition, but I promise every time I've like adjusted a campaign like this, like I always see these numbers increase. And so if it just stays at benchmark and our, like why would I change it? If it's not broke, don't fix it, right? So anyway, that is the lead gen side. But now let's jump into the ad that, which is a completely new campaign, right? Completely new campaign for this client. And you're going to see the start to finish process of us launching it inside of Facebook ads. So the way this campaign structure is set up, or Facebook ads is set up, is you have campaigns, you have ad sets, and ads. So think of this as your master folder. Think of this as, how can I give you a great analogy here? Basically, it's your audience targeting. So as you can see here, all USA, 500K new construction, right? So this is not saying that we're trying to target all USA with just all new construction at 500K, because this, from Facebook's algorithm now, doesn't matter as much as you think it does anymore. So I'm going to open this up. You're going to see the IDX new construction 500K. That's the campaign budget optimization. For anyone new starting off, just do this. We're going to set it to actually, we'll just do $10 a day. I'm curious to see if $10 a day. We're going to select the category of housing, which basically just means you can't do any, I think, like really strict age demographic targeting. But I definitely do know, and this is the one that we always have to get around with some of our clients that want to pay a little extra to do like specific like zip code targeting. Um, you just have to do a lot more testing in Facebook Ads Manager, and also we really advise not doing it because our best clients are ones that will take any home at their price point in their local area, right? If someone's trying to buy, and if you're familiar with the West Palm Beach area, like, West Palm Beach, but then there's also like Lake Worth, and then there's also like Palm Beach Gardens. It's like someone who'll just sell a home in Palm Beach Gardens, even if their, farm is in Lake Worth, right? Because they want to make money and they know the area well enough to, advise their clients well. So whatever it is, that's your business, not mine. So anyway, this is the campaign structure, $10 a day campaign. We're going to leave all of this stuff, normal, don't touch it. We're going to go over the audience. I named it All USA because we are targeting All USA, but this is just to like give me reference of which, like, where it came from. And that's with, further demographic targeting. We're going to do website. A lot of people will say to do instant forms. Now, instant forms does allow you the ability to capture phone number verifications now, which is great. However, with this specific campaign, I want people to register on the actual site, even though it might increase our cost per lead a little bit more. And I want them to do it this way because once they do, the way we have it set up is it creates a lead in our CRM, the system, right? The Real Estate Business in a Box system. And once it does that, every property they click on, every search they make, we save and we score, and we're actually able to track that client's, their behavior, their behavioral analytics on your site, and it goes to your CRM, and we build a ton of automations off of this. And so, from notifying you when like big actions are taken, and all those other metrics. Estimated audience size is All USA website. Why is it only 256? Tells me there is estimated rates don't include. Interesting. I'm going to check something out real quick because I don't like this audience. Oh, wait, I misread that. Sorry, I'm dyslexic. 256 million. I thought that for some reason read 256,000. Never mind. Let's continue. Anyway, so that is our audience segmentation. We're just doing all United States because, like I was about to say earlier, the biggest thing when it comes to algorithm targeting is your ad creative, not the actual way you set your campaign structure up and all that stuff. Like that's just, it doesn't matter anymore. Like it doesn't. If your ad says 30A Florida, new construction starting 500, like it's going to do well. And not only does what it say on not only what does it say on the actual like creative itself, but also the text that you put when it comes down to the copy, which it's not live because I need to set up this creative. So let's just go to image ads. Let's go to next. We have our media here with all of our assets and folders. We have a buyer campaign. We have new construction. We have test copy 1. And so now I labeled these 2.1 and 2 because we have a vertical version, which is our 2, and we have a 2.1, which is our square version. And so we're going to start with our 1 here. Well, technically, this should actually be the other way around because you want to start with this one, and then it should pop up to a screen like this. Now, they are doing something new, and it's not on every client account we have right now, but it's not doing this. It's just having you like select the media and like all together instead of coming into here and replacing. So if you have that layout, just select both and then just move on, right? Rather than having to come in here and replace. I prefer this method because on some clients' accounts, like I'll see the ad get delivered and it'll cut off like some of the words, and it's really annoying, and it's just a new thing they're rolling out. It still converts, but it's still rather annoying. Now, this could be an over an hour long video of me sitting here writing all this primary text, so I'm gonna write it and then come back just so I can just explain it rather than you hear my thought process of how I write this. So this is generally like a very simple structure of how we would go about writing, new copy for the first time for a client. Now, I do already have some formulas and templates in my head that I just use because of how many times we've run this like very similar campaign. But what I would do is I wrote this all myself. New construction homes on 30A, not in 30A. My client is very specific on 30A is an actual area. It's referencing like a 30A highway, and if you know, you know. But like 30A just is what is known as like the Santa Rosa Beach, Alice Beach, like Freeport, Point Washington, Dune Allen, Grayton Beach, like area. Um, and so but 30A is just a reference to all of that. So anyway, it's on 30A, not in 30A. I'm not as illiterate as maybe some of y'all will think. New construction homes on 30A Florida, starting in the low 500K to 1 million. And the funnel breakdown of this is we're just sending these people to an IDX site that we created and comes with the real estate business in a box here. And essentially, we just built a saved link that when people land on the page, it shows them new construction homes in the 30A area, starting with a minimum price of 500 with a maximum price of 1 million. And we just set the year built to 2026, and then we just automatically sort it from least expensive to most expensive. So it's like most people get on, maybe they'll change the minimum price, maybe they'll change the maximum price, but we just want to start it from minimum, and then as they scroll, it just gets more and more expensive. So that's how it lands. So when they put their information in and they trust us with their information, they go and they start viewing the site, and yeah. That's pretty self-explanatory for a real estate agent, However, this is not the final copy that we're going to use. This is just the ultimate, first draft. So we're going to hit Command C, and then I'm going to go over to Claude and fix it up with Claude to just probably put it together a little more, maybe make it slightly longer, and then come back and show you what that spit out. So with our initial first draft template here, right, basically just pasted it into Claude. Down here, and I basically just said, give me better Facebook ad copy than this. Like super simple. Pasted it in, and it said most new construction on 30A sells before it ever hits Zillow. This is great because it's scarcity, because that's probably the number one objection our current audience may have, is that, oh, if I wanted to look at this, I would just go on Zillow where I can do it for free. I don't have to create an account. I don't have to give you my information. That's great, right? However, we add scarcity / insider information, like local information, by saying most new construction on 30A sells before it ever hits Zillow, right? So, and then it's builders release homes quietly. Like we're just agitating this internal voice, and we're in copywriting. You're following a couple different structures, but this is not a copywriting video. This is how to launch this campaign, right? So I just wanted to show you we're gonna go through this and probably just pick 2 or 3. Because we're at a super low budget, so I don't want to give Facebook too many different variations to test with. So yeah, we're just going to pick 2 more and go from there. So another thing I'm doing here is, instead of just saying get the list, I like to tell people exactly what they need to do in order to get what they want. So it's like sign up on our site to start looking. Like that's a very clear action, and it's better to be clear than clever, right? And I'm taking that straight from Alex Hormozy's brain thought process of stuff like this. Better to be clear than clever, because you don't want people to be like, even though it might be clever, only a few people might understand it, and you got to think not a lot of people are very smart. Like just name of the game it is. Like a lot of people barely know how to use Facebook. Like you're thinking, who doesn't know? But there's people out there who they don't know. And so it's very, very it'll help your conversion rate a lot if you're just very clear on what to do, right? So at the end of any video ad, I always say, click this ad. I will literally say, click this ad. Go to the next page, fill in your information, fill out the survey, fill out the short questionnaire so we can learn a little bit more about you. And when you do, if you qualify, you'll have the opportunity to then book an appointment. You see how much more clear I'm being, rather than just book an appointment today. Like it's so people are like, okay, how do I do that? What are the steps? Because then if you start adding more steps, like you just lose conversion. So it's better to be clear than clever. Alrighty, so I went ahead and adjusted the copy here. I changed this first line up because I want to lead with the price here. So we just, if it hits someone's price point, I also wanted to put this 1 million a little closer because on the ad it says 500K, but on here it says, up to 1 million. And the reason I want to do that is because if we can obviously attract, better buyers, like why not? Now, there's also another campaign we're going to put together probably after we get data back from this one that just says, starting at the low 1 million. So you could just raise the price and probably capture more leads. But with such a low budget, I know there's more people in the 500K range than the million plus range. So that's where we're starting. And the client also specifically said that like low 500s for new construction, there's a ton of it, and they would love more buyers in that range because it's easier to find. So, or it's easy to find, to put lightly. And then, sign up on our site to start looking at properties. We're going to make that the same sign up on our site to start looking at properties. Done. Okay, and I changed this call to action button to learn more. Now, Facebook didn't ask me if I wanted to translate anything. Now, this is where you might get a little screwed here if you don't watch any further than this. We're going to put that web link in, but we're going to scroll down, and we're going to see something called very hidden. So we want to make sure advantage creatives are off. This is all off. Should say off. And then there should be one more, but it didn't. Is it not going to show us? Include multi-advertiser ads. I actually enjoy turning that on, and maybe our creative enhancements. Normally it'll say creative enhancements on here, and there's usually 0 of 6, but for some reason it's not. And you know what? I'm not really upset because we just turned it all off anyway. So anyway, that's pretty much how you build that ad, other than, sticking the URL in. And the last thing I'm going to show you before I pause and then just come back when this campaign's actually live and produced results, is the URL parameter. So you're going to want to come in here and build a URL parameter. And the reason you want to do this is because you need to tell the platform essentially where this traffic is coming from, as it helps optimize it. Now, the real truth behind it is you usually pull the campaign source, which is just the campaign, not name, but the campaign. Oh wait, you're just gonna put in Facebook ads because that's the source, and then you're gonna put campaign medium to identify advertising medium, for example, where it came from. So did it come from the Facebook feed, or did it come from Instagram story, right? So you're gonna put in the campaign, and they're already named in here. Campaign, that's actually called placement. Campaign name, that's already in here. And then we have campaign content. This is the actual ad that they clicked on. So the naming conventions you're seeing me use, those are really important in order to know exactly which ad the user clicked on and where they went. So you're going to say the ad name, and then we're going to add another parameter in here, and it's actually going to say parameter name is term. Campaign term, right? Yeah. Campaign source, campaign. Yeah, we'll just say campaign term, and then you're gonna actually say ad set name, right? And so this is for just best practices. Now, the specific funnel that this brings in, you actually can't pull in hidden UTM fields, which is what this is, and we're getting a little bit away, but just do this, and I'll promise that you'll thank me later, especially if you end up just wanting us to do it for you. We're gonna be happy you have this going, and it's just honestly gonna help you track your leads better. So we're gonna hit apply, and it's just gonna be there, right? So you just want to start off with your single ad, and I'm actually gonna change this to add one dash no copy. or we're actually going to say, because the original idea was to do no copy, but now we're going to do add one single story backyard with pool. Single story, yeah, that's fine. Basically, you just want to label this with a naming convention to where if you just like looked at it, you'd basically know exactly which ad that was, and then you can, understand why that creative is performing the best, and you can just optimize from there. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. So I'm going to pause this and then come back later whenever this thing is live. And, oh, actually, one more thing, sorry. We're going to quick duplicate this, and I'm going to show you Advantage Creative, turn that off. We're going to hit duplicate because we have two ads. Remember, we have to do the second ad now. So now, this is now the same image ad, but it's ad 2. At the end of this, it's going to say copy. So if you ever get confused, you just delete that. So this is ad 1, ad 2. We're going to scroll down, and we didn't even put the URL in here yet. I'm so focused on this video, I'm forgetting steps, guys. Horrible. Add image. We're just going to hit next. We're going to go back to business. We're going to go new construction again, and we're going to select 2.1. We're going to replace this because this is our second ad to 2. New construction homes, 38 Florida, starting low 500K. Good. All of this is just duplicated, so we don't have to write it again. And there you go. So you're going to scroll down and make sure that that ad creative is off. That is off. Sometimes it'll turn back on. It's really annoying. And basically, this campaign is good to launch other than... Okay, so I basically went ahead and built out that saved link that we're going to post in. So you can see that this is just like an MLS just for the 38 area. And this is the IDX site, one that would potentially look very similar to the one that we would build for all of our real estate business in a box clients. As you can see, minimum price 500, max price 1 million. Is active, and then least expensive to most expensive. This URL is holding the new construction data from our advanced saved link search, which is going to allow us to basically post in the years built. And we actually did 2025 to 2026 just to allow for a few more results to populate, even though we do have quite a big price range gap here. 2025, it's middle of 2026. I would say 2025 is still new construction. So basically, as you can see, all these homes are actually starting to populate at 500, start going up gradually, right? And the idea here is we're going to actually, you can see that I'm also logged in. Welcome, Cade Ford. And that is going to basically, if I click on one of these, it gets reported to my user profile in my account. If I save one of these properties or hard it, it's going to be saved to my property. And we're going to start creating save searches, and then based off of the properties they click on, we use AI to consolidate. Okay, they're looking at these types of homes with this bed. Or if they just do a search themselves, right? They come up here and they do one of these and then they hit search. We're going to save that search, and they're going to be added to our email list for, updates on properties that match their saved search. And that's going to be part of the long-term nurture process that, a lot of standard practices go out, like CRMs will do, except ours are, custom and curated to fit the brand and, make it different, add some additional text. But you can see, but then also someone could come in here and just go, I think this is most, search. Okay, and we're searching, and now we're looking in the opposite direction, right? So we got nicer properties to, or just more expensive properties in different areas. We got Panama City, we got this one is Santa Rosa. And so, yeah, that's basically how that goes. Now, we're just going to basically go back because I need the original link. We should be good with this. We're just going to copy the whole thing, hop back into Ads Manager, and we're going to paste this link into our website URL, just like that. So if you did all your ads before you did this, you can just hit Command Shift to select that, and it's going to bring up website URL field. And it's not going to show it because there's two variations. So it's actually be better if you were to just like exit out of it and then go here, and then it should come up, send people to your website. Okay, I probably did that backwards, but you get the idea, right? So you can just paste it separately. Ideally, you would actually just duplicate the ad before, like with the link already in there before you did it. And you can see down here, our UTM is in ad 1, double check it's in ad 2, yep, good to go. Like the UTM, like we built that once, but because we duplicated it after we built it, it's in there twice. So this ad is ready to launch. You're gonna see me select launch. I mean, it doesn't matter. All USA. I'm gonna run through everything one more time to double check I did it all right. We're gonna do $10 a day. Housing, good to go. All USA. Construction, website, maximum number of conversions. And this is like an advanced practice, but basically you need to have your conversions set up and like trigger a proper lead event, and that is something that we're not going to cover in this video. It's a little bit more in depth. It's a little bit more intricate of how you're going to do that, because you need to tell Facebook like what an actual lead event is, so then it can look at, you know, capturing more people like that. Essentially budget, right? This date starts in the past, reset your start date to today. Just do that. Or else it would have given us an error whenever we posted it. So, you know, I'm glad we went back and searched all of this other stuff. Just leave it off, guys. Don't do any of this, okay? Unless it like forces you to do it. So we should be good to go. Now we can actually just exit out of this and then say review and publish 5. We're gonna move off July event because that ad is not ready to go. I'm just gonna hit publish here. I'll be back. Alrighty, and if you're following along as best as you could, you should have a full new campaign launched right now. So we got campaigns, right? IDX new construction, 500K, that's live. Go to ad sets. If you don't select it, like if you just go to ad sets, it's gonna pull up all of your ad sets. It's really hard to like see. So you gotta select new construction, go to ad sets. Now there's only one. It's in processing. Go here, select ads. The July event is just a draft, which we can actually just discard drafts. Nah, I'll keep building it out later. But yeah, now we have 2 ads running, and yeah, I guess I will check back in whenever we have results, maybe by the end of today. Today is July 21st at 11:21 a.m. So I'll keep looking back in. I'll also be checking the CRM to see. That's probably what I'll show you, because I don't know if Facebook will report same day. Sometimes it takes it, especially with new campaigns, a day, even 2 days to fully report in backlog conversion events. So anyway, this video seems like it might be a little long, but it's going to be crucial for your success of just starting to generate your own leads for, you know, $10 a day. It's $300 a month. I'm pretty sure any real estate agent who's a real estate agent can, you know, afford that, or, you know, do their best. If not, hey, cold prospecting. You're probably already doing it. Just keep doing it. But this is super low cost effort to just start generating your own leads, which you need to call the moment they come in. Anyway, I will see y'all in the next update of this video. Alrighty, we are back the next day now. And I think y'all can actually see this, but July 22nd, 12:33, we've collected not one lead, but multiple leads. And I'm going to hop into the CRM here and see if I can actually just like show you that data. The reason it says one lead here is because Facebook doesn't always like track things correctly. That's why it's super important, like I was saying earlier, to get UTMs and track it through your UTM parameters, which I'm also going to show you inside of the CRM. Now I'm going to show you what this looks like with my own like contact information. I'm going to get rid of my phone number real quick because I don't want, you know, I don't know if y'all just calling me, maybe, unless you're trying to be a client, you know what I'm saying? So this is like the LeadKey.ai, our, you know, white label go high level that we specifically built out for our business in the box clients, right? So you can see up here we're logged into Emerald Coast Lifestyle, right? Our clients, and so this is essentially what it looks like. You got your IDX feed here. I believe it's a test contact, so I don't know if there's actually any data in here yet, or it actually hasn't even linked. So let's just connect to IDX Broker because that is the IDX that we use. Nice, we've connected to IDX Broker and there's no data in here. But whenever there's people who are clicking around, I'll show you, for example. So I am now logged in on my IDX site from, as if I signed up. You can see the UTM data up here in the URL, UTM Facebook plus ads, UTM Instagram feed, that's what I submitted on. So if we go to my account here, and then we go to my account, and we go to account settings, you can see cade.ford@agentcapitalgrowthclub.com. So we're gonna go back, now we're here again. So we are logged in, and if I start clicking on, like, for example, this home, right, and then I'm gonna click on this home, and then, I don't know, I click on this property as well, whenever, and it may not load right away, but it should be pretty quick. Or even if I were to add this property to favorites, let's go back into here, let's hit a nice little refresh. I believe it should come in pretty fast, but it might be a little bit of a delay. Let's see here, notes. Nope, okay, comes in pretty much right away. So we saved that property, we viewed that property, and then the IDX button here, open it up, and you can see all the activity that user took, right? So we clicked on all these properties. It looks like it duplicated that one, but you get the idea, right? So listings viewed, it actually just shows you the individuals. And any of their saved searches, any of that saved properties. It seems like, yep, there we go, saved property. Oh, that's what it's showing. Activity, right? Saved property, it didn't duplicate the search. So this is basically just what the business in a box gets you. And based off of all of these search parameters in here, within this IDX broker, straight into your CRM, you can create saved searches for them. If you get them on the phone, they say they're looking for specific search name, receive updates on, yes, right, active, minimum price, minimum, we have a system where it automatically creates a saved search for them based on the properties that they select and look on. It just takes 24 to 48 hours for it to send the data and then send it back to here before they start receiving updates. But you can do polygon searches where you map out the area they're looking for and then save it. Apply all the filters, save polygon, and then it's going to save it basically straight to their account, and they're going to start receiving email updates with that stuff in the area. So that's just a quick little overview of the system, pretty much. Adds notes in here, but that is not the point of this video. It's just to show you just kind of how it is working together. And then I'm gonna pause this and actually hop back into where I can show you the leads that we have captured, real live leads from that campaign, without just giving away their information to the best of my ability. Alrighty, so these are the leads that we've captured so far, obviously minus this one, and then this one actually just came in, so the UTM fields I don't think have loaded in yet. But these are all the leads that we've captured. I was able to remove their contact information just by going into manage fields, so I'm actually able to show you all the proof. And this is why we don't trust Facebook's own attribution tracking, because it can get it wrong in what you're seeing here, and why it's really important to get your UTM sources in place, right? So we can see the source is Facebook ads, the campaign. Dana Hernandez, she came in from one of our old campaigns, so hers is actually UTM campaign is different. So this actually is just a sign that this is a more interested lead in general, because they came in from one of our old investor campaigns, and then now they're coming back through on our new construction campaign. And yeah, we can see where it came from. Instagram feed. This was a Instagram story though, and then well, I guess this one doesn't apply. And then we have what we added before Dana came in, which is actually last attribution tracking. So what you're seeing here, UTM source, this is first attribution, letting us know the first place this lead came from. And then last is just the last attribution source. So anyway, this is basically just how simple it was to build out a campaign, launch it, and within a day have, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 real leads. And our cost per lead at that point, because I'll show you how much we spent. Where's Ads Manager? Just bring it into here. Let's update. This is today and yesterday, because, you know, like you can see, July 21, July 22, update. Attribution tracking is not accurate here, so it's not exactly, but we've only spent, round it to, you know, $13. $13, and we've captured 5 leads. I mean, or what is it, technically 4 leads? I forget, am I including myself or not? 5 leads. 5 leads for $15. $13, guys. Like, it's been it's technically hasn't even been a full day yet. Maybe it has been a full day, because I launched this yesterday morning, I guess, and now it's today morning. But I mean, yeah, I don't know what else to tell you. Like, it's actually pretty simple to capture leads. The hardest part is converting them, which is where the business in a box really like comes together. And if you're interested in like hopping on a call, discussing how that works in detail, or just learning more about our real estate business in the box like feature, like I said, we're not a brokerage, we're not a team. You don't have to switch your team or brokerage to get access to our systems like everyone else does. And we're not going to take any like commission percentage. It's a one-time setup fee. It's a one-time flat monthly fee. And all of it is on the website in the description, where you can also book a call if it's something you're interested in. There's a whole like 30-minute demo just going over, you know, who we are, our experience in this space, all that stuff on that page as well. So you can check it out. But this is the end of this video. If you enjoyed it, give it a like, give it a subscribe. You know, I don't think I really need to come back another 2 weeks later when we have 20 something leads in here. Like, I mean, I just don't. You get the idea. It's been a day. We've captured 5 for, I don't know, 13 divided by 5. That's like a maybe almost $2 a lead, pretty much. Maybe like $2.20. I don't know, something like that. It's like super cheap. Like, and these are what I would consider, you know, Zillow quality at minimum. You know, sort of. Well, I guess on Zillow, they're like actually inquiring about the home, and on this, they're just like basically entering their information to get access to the site. But Zillow is going to charge you almost $100 for a lead, and this is like $2.20 a lead. So I guess you pick. And yeah, that's how this works. So anyway, hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one.